Hello Taurus, Elsie here to do a reading. It is for the week ahead. Taurus, how are you? How are you, Bubble Gang? I hope you are well. Thanks so much for clicking here. I've got these oracles here, and what we're going to look at this week, Taurus, is we're going to find out what is coming up in the new cycle for you, because we do have a new moon starting tomorrow, and this week I'm going to be reading about what you can expect from the new cycle. So let's get into it, Taurus here. Welcome. If you've never been here before, welcome here. I hope you'll stay. We have a very large Taurus tribe. And if you are the Taurus that keeps coming back, I appreciate you. If you hang out here to the end of the video, I will tell you how to find the extended if you're interested in the extensions that I do. They're in my membership area. I'll give you those details at the end of this video. And also how you can do a private reading with me if you'd like. Let's find out what's going on for Taurus. We have You Are Good Enough. It says here, the full moon in Virgo. Taurus, I feel like in this new cycle, you are going to realize your power, how smart you are, how organized you are, how analytical you are. I feel like you're going to be getting things, giving up things that are not organized in your life, and I feel like you're going to reorganize the things that are in your life. I feel like you're going through a reassessment period in this new cycle. We do have enlightenment. I like it. Look, we've got enlightenment. It feels like there is going to be an enlightening stage, which means that there is going to be some type of ascension. You can see the boat is taking off. You can see all of this violet energy here. All of the chakra colors are here. And it feels like you are ascending, I want to say. This boat is taking off, heading into the heavens, and so I feel like you are in some sort of an enlightenment phase, which tells me that for those of you who have already had your awakening, that you are going through an ascension, and some of you who have not yet come through your first awakening stage, and believe me, you'll know if you're in it, I feel like you are completing that process. One more card, and we have courage. So we do have the courage to do so. It says, I find my inner strength to face fear with confidence. And for those of you who've never been through an enlightenment stage, it's terrifying. It really is. You really have to learn how to trust yourself. It says, I accept my inner voice will always guide me correctly. And you will learn in this energy here that the only voice you can begin to trust is the one inside you. For those of you still asking advice of other people, maybe you just haven't listened to your inner voice quite loud enough. So we have be bold and make the first move. Cardinal Moon. Feels like there is something here that you are going to have to be bold about. I feel like this is the reassessment stage of your life here. We do have wisdom. That's what you're going to gain from the enlightenment. And then we have trust. Accept that your inner voice will always guide you correctly. I feel like it's having the courage to do that is what we're looking at here. Let's talk about more things here, Taurus. Talk about more things. Tell me about Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What else does Taurus need to know about being good enough? It's like in this cycle, you're going to realize you are good enough. You're smart enough. You're organized enough. Your reassessments and assessments are good. I feel like you'll be letting things go. This is a full moon energy. So I feel like in order to begin the new cycle, you've really got to let something go. We've got the 7 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, and the 9 of Cups in the reverse. We've got the 6 of Wands. Tell me about enlightenment. We've got the World card. We've got the 8 of Swords and the 3 of Wands. We've got the 5 of Swords, the 8 of Cups, and the 7 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Strength card. This particular depiction of the Strength card says to me, yes, strength and courage. It's telling me that what you're realizing, Taurus, is that it's time for you to face your fears. And I feel like this person is gaining strength through facing their fears and the momentum of that. So I feel like this is a process of you learning that you are good enough through facing your own fears and knowing that holding back is actually a strength. It is so easy, it is weak when someone lashes out at you to lash out back. People say, oh, give me your energy and I'll tell you what sort of energy we're in. I'm going to match you. Look, that's weak. Stop it. Stop it. You're stronger than that. I feel like you have the sword in your sheath at the side of your, hanging on your side, and you know that you can reach in for that sword anytime that you want and cut someone to verbal ribbons. But I feel like you're stronger than that, and I feel like that's what this is for the week ahead. It feels like you are gaining strength, gaining momentum. You know that you can make bold moves, and I feel like you will. We do have the Seven of Cups, the Nine of Cups in the reverse, and the Six of Wands. You are good enough. I feel like there's something here that has put you into a space of disillusionment, that you thought something was going to go better or going to go smoother. It feels like it ended up confusing or overwhelming, and maybe there's too many options or opportunities coming at you, maybe emotional ones. It feels like you thought that this would be an easier process. I feel like you're about to get a lot of attention, and maybe you were hoping, maybe you didn't have any prospects for love or prospects for work or prospects at all, and it feels like what's happening is this door is opening for you. It's like the dam is breaking and everything's pouring in at once. So you're going to be spoiled for choice with the Seven of Cups. You're going to have a lot of options coming up, so you better be on point here. I feel like you need to be really on point, organized. Your thoughts organized, your feelings organized, your emotions organized, because I feel like you're about to get a lot of attention. And this could be at work, this could be with people, but it feels like it is emotional attention. Just know that I feel like although you've been disillusioned about not having many options for anything, I feel like you're about to get a lot of emotional attention and also attention at work. We have enlightenment. We've got the World card, the Eight of Swords, and the Three of Wands. I feel like the enlightenment here is telling me that the enlightenment has come, Taurus, and you are closing a chapter and deciding that I'm no longer looking back there. I no longer want to be in this Eight of Swords energy. I'm tired with feeling like my hands are tied, being stuck in this place in the mind where I put myself. I feel like in the future, you're not doing that. I feel like you're closing the door on the Eight of Swords, and that is what is causing the enlightenment. You're realizing that you had yourself stuck, that nobody had you stuck. You could blame it on that person, or blame it on the workplace, or blame it on the person who's not calling you back, and I don't think it's any of that. I feel like it's something that you could always take control of, and I feel like you are coming up in this cycle. You're realizing that with the World card here, that you can accomplish something, that there are achievements and milestones that you're going to meet, and one of those is to get out of your head. We've got the Three of Wands. The future is what you're getting out of the future is wisdom. We have courage, the Five of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. I kind of like that because it's telling me here, it's courage says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. And what's that? Arguments, fights, right? Fear. It feels like this Five of Swords energy is maybe a little bit of intrusive thoughts as well. I think that the courage energy is telling me here that you need to find the inner strength to just walk away, to just turn your back when people are at you, when people are flaming you, like sending you all sorts of terrible things in text. They want a text argument so they can have receipts that they can show everybody, or email arguments, or just be careful of whatever you're putting in print, I'm going to say. The Seven of Pentacles tells me that you've decided that you have worked way too hard in this life to allow somebody to take you out of your character. I think that what's happening here is you've decided that if people are going to fight and argue with you over stupid shit, if they're going to try and gain something over you at any cost, you're going to do this. You're out. I feel like you are aloof, detached. You were detaching from your emotions and saying, nope, I'm not doing this with you. I am not doing this at all. So I think that you are making bold moves, to be honest. I feel like you are making bold moves here, and that you are going to make the first move, in fact, is what it feels like here. I'm just going to clarify just a little bit, and then, friends, we are going to go into the extended. So if you're interested in watching me clarify the rest of this reading, if you would like to come into the extended, please look at the pinned comment that is the top of all of these comments here under this video, and you will find the link to the membership area. Let's talk about a few things here, though. Why are you in disillusionment? Because it feels like you are good enough, but until the doors open and everything starts pouring in, I feel like you are sort of in this energy of disillusionment. We do have, we have the Magician, we have the Eight of Wands in the reverse, we have the Two of Wands, and we have the Seven of Wands. I feel like up until this new cycle began here, I feel like you were kind of not approachable emotionally. You were not approachable. It feels like you needed a plan. You needed a plan to become the magician, to realize that you are the person with all of the resources, all of the tools. It feels like the Eight of Wands in the reverse tells me that not only were people not approaching you, but you weren't approaching anyone else. You see, it's always two-sided, right? It's never one-sided. And so I feel like you are in the Nine of Wands, I feel, until this cycle begins. The disillusionment was nothing was moving. There was no communication. Nobody's asking me to go out. But honestly, I don't think that you were really reaching out to anybody else either. If you were reaching out to someone, good for you. This is not your reading. So I feel like this magician energy tells me that you realize that it's actually up to you. Because you have all the aces in hand, and not everybody's an alchemist. Not everybody can take this pain of the Nine of Wands and alchemize it into the Six of Wands, alchemize it into the Seven of Cups. Not everybody has the right tools for that, and I think that you do. So I feel like you are going to get more attention, more opportunities, and whether that is emotional opportunities or opportunities to be seen, maybe in the workplace, maybe by other people, maybe on stage, maybe people are going to come to your website, or they're going to come to your YouTube channel or something like that. It feels like there is in the week ahead here, starting out in July, that it feels like things go from being in a place where they're stuck to things moving again. The Six of Wands is somebody who is coming home. It's like a homecoming here, that you're going to be moving over some sort of imaginary finish line, and I think the finish line is today, to be honest. And I feel like going forward into next week, it feels like things start moving in the right direction for you here. Tell me what you're ending here. Tell me what the World card is. Look at the Six of Pentacles, the Death card, and we have the World card in reverse. Interesting. So it feels to me here, Taurus, that you have some unfinished business. And I feel like you want to finish up that business because you don't want to leave any loose ends hanging about. We've got this Death card here, which tells me that you are going through some sort of transformation. You're in the midst of transformation. Do you know what it is, Taurus? I feel like what you're ending is giving out too much. Got the Six of Pentacles here, and I feel like you've been over-giving to everybody, and I think that's about to come to an end. I feel like you're realizing that this chapter of your life must come to an end. It feels like the World card in the reverse, though, feels as though you've left some doors open, and the doors that you left open, you're now going back and making sure that you put padlocks on all of them. Because I feel like the people who the ones who would try and get over your boundaries, the Seven of Wands, are the people who you served a purpose in terms of giving them energy, giving them advice, giving them money, giving them whatever it is that they wanted. And I think that once you put up your boundaries, Seven of Wands, and close some of the doors, padlock some of those doors, I feel like you are going to be able to close a chapter and move on. I feel like this Eight of Swords is part of you keeping the doors open. I feel like you feel like your hands are tied, like people make you feel like you're not enough because they keep asking for more and more. I feel like this Three of Wands is telling me that this Wheel of Fortune is in the future here for you. The bottom of the deck for me is the future energy. Tell me about the Three of Wands, what's coming in the future here. We've got the Five of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you're on your way out here, my friend. It feels like there is going to be a tower showing up for you in the future. When the tower is in the reverse, it's sort of a warning. It's a warning shot in the air. It's saying that there are changes that are coming in the future. But I feel as though the Wheel of Fortune tells me that these are good changes, that things are going to be crumbling around you. And I'm going to say that those things that begin to crumble in the future for you, in this future cycle, are people, places, things, situations who are in the Five of Swords. People who would argue with you. People who are not necessarily on your side or who would talk behind your back. It feels like with the Wheel of Fortune here that destiny is here to change everything. And when destiny shows up with the Tower, these are destined changes. These are changes that need to be made so you can move into the future, into this wisdom energy, and begin to trust your intuition. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Swords. Now, it's not going to be easy. I feel like it's going to be tough. I feel like when the Tower shows up is when things start to fall apart, but please understand that when you lose a group of people, when you lose a friendship, when you lose a major player in your life, and I don't mean to the other realm, I mean to, you know, arguments and fights and things are breaking apart and somebody's misunderstanding you and there's fights and tension, it's for a reason. Things begin to crumble. When things begin to crumble, you'll know you're in the Tower. And why does the Tower come? Always for mercy, Taurus. Always, always. Things are changing because I feel like you were putting in way too much work into something that was not appreciated. We've got this 5 of Swords here. We've got 5 of Swords here. That's 10 swords. I feel like this Tower shows up because you won't let go. And there is someone, something, situation, a job, a friendship, whatever it is, that is betraying you at this time. And it will come to light here. And that's where you will figure out that you're just going to let the Tower demolish it. You're just going to let the Tower demolish it. It's going to be hard, Taurus. It's not going to be easy. Look, when we go into the extended, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this here. How you're going to have the courage to get through this, turn your back, and then still be able to flourish. Still be able to put the hard work in on you, on focusing on you. So let's go into the extended. If you want to talk about that, we will go into the extended. And sorry, I'm just being bothered by Charlie. Give me a second here, because the enlightenment here is what is really catching my eye. The courage to go through enlightenment. That's what we're going to talk about. And if you are a person who is currently in, like, feeling the rumbles of the Tower, I feel it's because this enlightenment is coming. We're going to talk about that and how you can courageously get through all of these big changes that are showing up. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. If you're interested in a private reading, please look in that pinned comment just below this video. And please know that I am available on Wednesday and Thursday in the evening. Go check my schedule I will be online for live readings if you're interested in that, or a pre-recorded readings. I have put together a new package. If you want to go look at my pricing, please click on that link for Hypsee, and I will see you over there. Otherwise, I'm going to go to the extended. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this and what is coming up in the future for you. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back, Taurus, because I'm always back. You guys take care, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.